Welcome to this episode of Activate Your Voice. I am Susie Beiler, the founder and lead facilitator in the Creation Temple, the host of the Light Language Symposium. In this week's video, we are talking about how to speak your voice, to whom you want to speak it, what is your message, and how to perhaps overcome some of those hurdles in being able to unlock your voice. So first is something to consider. Last week we talked about listening to the soul, listening to the voice of your soul, being able to speak from that place, the voice of your soul. And it's important now to also understand, what is the purpose of your voice? What is the mission of your voice? This tool that we have as the voice. For you, what is your purpose in activating this tool? What is your soul mission behind it? So I invite you to think about, to whom do you want to speak? And we covered some of this in other videos, but it's important to revisit this because this clarity is essential in being able to move forward with your message and what your soul is inviting you to express. So maybe you are someone who is a bit of a whistleblower, or maybe you have access to knowledge behind the scenes that most people tuning into the mainstream media don't know about, or maybe you are an oracle or an orator or a seer and you've kept information to yourself and you felt inhibited from sharing it. And perhaps that's because in other lifetimes or experiences you've been persecuted or even killed. Maybe you've been a witch or, again, an oracle or a seer. Those who are attracted to this idea of activating your voice typically have those types of cellular traumas and cellular memories. And in my group program starting next year, we are going to address that kind of trauma. We are going to heal that so that you can open up and speak your voice. For now, I'm inviting you to really go deep within yourself and listen to your soul and really tune in. What is it that I want to say? What is my message? And to whom am I meant to speak this message? And again, it could be your child. It could be your partner. It doesn't have to be a big audience on stage, or it could be. But really tuning in, who am I here to speak to? To whom will my message resonate? For whom is it relevant? And really ask yourself some of those deeper questions. And again, I can support you with that in the group program. That's something that we can go over. But getting honest with yourself, because if you've been listening to these videos for a few months now, you know that there's something stirring deep within you, that you have some things to say. You have some things to share. And why haven't you shared them? Why haven't you spoken them? Maybe you have and it hasn't gone well, right? I will hold your hand through that in the group program. And if you're not interested in the program, you're just watching these videos, then do that self-inquiry. Okay, I have spoken up. I have tried. It hasn't gone well. Why not? What is the energy that I'm carrying that has not enabled me to speak the way I want to, or that has not had my message land well with the people that I want to talk to? Those questions will lead you forward. They're tough questions to ask. They are sometimes confronting truths that you may not have wanted to see, but they will lead you forward. And they're questions that I'm asking all the time. Why didn't my message land? What was my energy when I spoke that? What was the wound or the hurt behind what I said? And did that come out in the way that I said it? Was my energy off? Was I in integrity? And maybe I was so in integrity that it was hard for the other person to hear because it triggered their lack of integrity. These are the kinds of nuances that you're going to want to really start to understand when you're using your voice. Because when you want to be powerful and effective in your self-expression, you need to understand the nuances behind what you're saying. Your energy, your tone, your integrity or lack of integrity. Am I speaking from the voice of my soul? Am I speaking from the voice of my ego? Am I speaking from the voice of my mind or my emotions? These kinds of things you want to have a handle on. We're going to cover all of that in the group program. So if you are in, don't worry, I will hold your hand through that. Go to activateyourvoice.one. Sign up today while the early bird special is still running. You have until the end of November to get that huge discount. So I encourage you to really jump in and make that commitment. If you're listening to these videos, like I said earlier, there's something that's been stirring in your soul. There's something that's been calling to you for you to use your voice in new ways. I'm calling forth the leaders. I'm calling forth the people that don't know that they're leaders, but it's time for you to step up. I'm calling you forth if in another life and experience you've been an oracle, an orator, a seer, a psychic, a medicine woman, a medicine man. I'm calling you forward because now is the time that we must come together to create this new earth. And one of the ways we create is through the voice, our soul, our energy. The voice is one tool that we use to create. Now is the time to come together. Go to activateyourvoice.one, and I'll see you in the group program. Much love. Stay tuned for next week's video. You're going to get a beautiful, powerful activation, tapping into your primal essence and your ancient wisdom. It's going to be a longer video. I'm on the drum, I'm on the didgeridoo. I'm going to be all painted up. It's going to be really, really fabulous. So make sure you set aside about a half hour to watch that video and to get your primal instinct and ancient wisdom activated.